What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today I have unlocked Damascus camo for the MAC-10. So, oh boy, I have a lot to say about this SMG. So there was quite a bit of rumors saying that this weapon was already going to be OP. Even my friend Thardarm from Battle Royale did mention that the MAC-10 is an absolute monster in that mode. Of course, we didn't really know how well it was going to function in multiplayer because obviously we didn't have our hands on it yet. And now that we do, this multiplayer mode is definitely doomed for the time being. So I am enjoying a little bit of a grace period because as of right now, I mean, there's not a lot of people that have this weapon in their possession because they still have to grind through the tiers. But those guys who are lucky enough to buy their way into tier 21 or even just tier 50 in general already have it, and even on the receiving end, it's quite a beast. And it's actually kind of scary to go against. So a few months back, I mean, we didn't really expect a SMG to have any more of a fire rate than the Fennec. I felt like the Fennec was like the max fire rate that we were going to ever have for SMGs. And we were wrong because the MAC-10 has finally come out, and like I said, it's a nightmare. It's gonna be a nightmare. As of right now, it's not that bad because, like I said, not a lot of people have it in their possession. But as time goes by, within a few days, trust me, this is going to be extremely bad, especially for ranked and people that play in a hardpoint shipment. And because it's a Black Ops Cold War weapon, we do have a Black Ops Cold War gunsmith style. So basically, pretty much no downsides at all with the exception of the barrels. So there are about, I think, 4 to 5 barrels in this game for this gun. It's a lot. But the two most important barrels that you do have to look at is the Task Force as well as the Cavalry barrel. So you're gonna have to keep an eye on these two specific barrels. So the Cavalry barrel basically increases your bullet speed by 80% while increasing your range by 10. But when you do use the Task Force barrel, it does increase your range more than it does your bullet speed. So it's going to be at 25% and your bullet speed's going to be at 45. So I know it's not really more than, but it basically increases your range by a lot more than just the Cavalry barrel. Although there is a third barrel that you could look out for, which is also that, I think it was the reinforced barrel. I'm not sure which one it was. It was one that increases your bullet velocity by 60%, which is pretty good, but it doesn't increase range or anything. And also there's no downsides with that one. But there are downsides for the Cavalry as well as the Task Force barrel. So the Cavalry focuses more on recoil control. So if you do use this barrel, you could expect your vertical recoil as well as your horizontal recoil to be decreased significantly. Well, actually increased, if you want to say that. But yeah, it's going to be very, very hard to control. But as for the Task Force barrel, you're going to have to worry about your movement because it does decrease sprint speed by 5% while also decreasing your ADS movement speed by over 20%, or I believe it's just 20%. So right now, this is the first SMG to ever have bullet speed. And to be honest, it almost feels like it really doesn't have bullet speed. It feels more like just a basic weapon that you normally get in this game. But those barrels do help with your bullet velocity at longer ranges, and it does help you hit your targets a lot quicker. In reality, you don't actually need any of those barrels. I have tested this weapon without any sort of barrel attachment, and it works just fine. Maybe it does hit a little bit slower, but not something that you could easily notice. Of course, really quickly, let's talk about the camo challenges. They're not really that hard for the most part. I think the ones that you're going to have to look out for the most is probably the long shots as well as the headshot challenges, specifically because, you know, this one does have a pretty high amount of recoil, so you do have to be a little bit careful. But there's not really much to say. As it goes for the completionist camos, for the base gun at least, it looks absolutely amazing. I tried with the banana blaster and it just doesn't really look that great. So I prefer the base weapon over, you know, the banana blaster. I mean, it's still a pretty cool skin, but you know, if you want to get the full view of your Damascus or your diamond camo, I would recommend just using the base weapon for the time being. So this is something a little weird to discuss because, you know, this is a Cold War weapon and seeing Damascus on it is kind of weird because I'm used to seeing it with, you know, gold, diamond, or, you know, DM Ultra or even Dark Aether. But yeah, it's kind of weird seeing it with a Modern Warfare type of skin. I know you were able to do that in Warzone by some hacking, but yeah, it's just weird. It just doesn't seem right, in my opinion. But again, it looks absolutely good. And like I said many times before with completionist camos, they tend to look a lot more shinier with weapons that have, you know, flatter surfaces. So as of right now, this is the current class setup that I do have. It's Agency Suppressor, full ammo, Task Force Barrel, SAS Combat Stock, 43 round fast reload. So something that you do have to keep in mind that I do use toughness. So if you're a person that uses Vulture or even Quick Fix, I mean, you could switch out full ammo. And also as it comes for the barrels, you know, those are kind of interchangeable as well. It's really based on personal preference, but this is what I typically use. And as of right now, I have unlocked Diamond Camo. I'm sure some of you guys saw on the stream. I will be making a video about that later on, discussing more thoughts about the weapon, because it is kind of important to talk about, specifically for this one, because this is uniquely powerful, to say the least. I mean, this is really going to break the game for a while, unless they change it like next season or, you know, beyond. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD Mobile content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.